This is not over when it comes to NVTS, my friends. This is not over. In fact, I believe that this stock is going to have a massive V-shaped recovery sooner than later. Now, is it possible that this is going to get a lot worse before it gets a lot better? Absolutely. But today's video is going to have three main segments: the why, the what, the where. The why, we're going to be doing a calorie breakdown. The what, we're going to be doing some stock analysis. The where, I'm going to tell you guys where to get in and where to get out. So without further ado, hit the thumbs up button, and now let's get to work. So when it comes to MVTS, guys, this is a ticker which is down over a whopping freaking, how much is it down? Let's see how much it's down right now. I mean, dude, oh my goodness, is this terrible? It's down over a whopping 50% from its all-time highs of $17. And all this selling, first of all, as always, right, we want to talk about the why first, because in order to predict the future, we first need to understand the past, right? We want to analyze and understand, hey, listen, this is a ticker that's been getting hammered, but is this justifiable selling, or is this an overreaction? Well, it's a little bit of both, right? So basically what we got over here initially is we got some mass selling off from $17 all the way down to $13 just based off of the broader markets selling off, okay? So this was just purely broader market pricing, right? Pricing in a massive dip in the QQQ and a smaller dip in the SPY, right? So everything's dipping, MVTS is dipping with it. Then we got the nail in the coffin. The nail in the coffin was terrible earnings. I mean, some of the worst earnings you could possibly imagine from this company. So let's go over here and let's read the earnings, what happened. So the revenue came in at $10.1 million in the third quarter compared to $21 million in the third quarter of the previous year. Like, I mean, this is insane. This is insanity. So what happened to the loss, right? The loss, yeah, the gap from the last quarter was 19.4 compared to a loss of the loss of 29.9 million for the third quarter of 2024. So I guess they spent less money, right? But I mean, it's still very disappointing, right? It's still very disappointing. So let's read what happened, right? So it says Nvts has been recognized by Nvidia as a power semiconductor partner for its next generation architecture area. This collaboration highlights Nvts leadership in okay, whatever, we don't care about that. And okay, whatever. Right? Let's look at a near-term business outlook. So it says fourth quarter 2025 net revenues are expected to be $7 million plus or minus 0.25 million due to the company's strategic decision to deprioritize lower profit China mobile and consumer businesses, as well as streamline our distribution network and reduce channel inventory to pivot to higher power revenue. And customers non-GAAP gross margins for the fourth quarter are expected to be 38.5% plus or minus 50, so 38.5 or 38 or 34 points, and then non-GAAP operating expenses are expected to be approximately $50 million in the fourth quarter. So pretty much what they're doing is that they're pivoting. They're doing some major, pivoting and restructuring of who they want to serve as customers. Now, what this does is that in the short term, it shrinks everything, but in the longer term, it expands their potential. Now, I'll tell you one of the things that I like about NVTS a lot, okay, is going to be Nvts has been recognized by Nvidia as a power semiconductor, right? Anytime you get Nvidia mentioned in a headline with a company, their stock goes crazy. NVTS, historically, the only time it's really gone crazy has been a few times, and every single time it has had to do with the Nvidia headline. Okay? Now, I'm here to tell you that that's a catalyst that will return. That is a catalyst that will once again return. You will be hearing Nvidia and NVTS in the same sentence once again. And when that happens, this is a ticker which I see easily heading upwards of the $10 to $13 levels once again. Okay? The $10 to $13 levels. Now, is it possible for it to get back to 14, 15, 16, 17? Yeah, absolutely. Under the right market conditions, it can squeeze all the way up there. However, with the earnings outlook that we're getting right now, it looks like every earnings season we're just gonna get crushed, right? Every earnings season, people are gonna be very depressed based off of what we're seeing over here, right? Because every earnings season, you're going to see a reflection back on the previous earnings season and go, wow, damn, their earnings is dropping. Why is it dropping? Well, that's because they're restructuring, but it's still dropping. It's still dropping. They're still losing money in the short term in order to build the right foundations to serve their long-term customers in the long term, okay? Now, we do have some positions in MVTX, and I'm holding on to them extremely tight. I'm holding on to them tight, right? Now, I'll be honest with you guys. We kind of fucked up buying it too expensive, okay? But earnings this, I mean, listen, man, earnings this bad, nobody could have saw this coming, right? Nobody could have really saw this coming. But I think that, again, this is one of those tickers which does have the fundamentals of recovery, right? It can really recover. Now, they did also come out and announce a $100 million private placement, and they're selling shares worth $6.75. So when the stock gets around these levels is probably where I'm going to start actually averaging down more, and I'm going to buy more MVTS rather than buying it at approximately the $8 levels that it's sitting at right now. Okay? And that's for my personal portfolio, right? For the people that have been following with me, they bought some NVTX, which is the leverage ETF. So think about it like this, right? Let me explain something to you guys. So if NVTS is down this much, let's take a look at MVTX, right? Let's take a look at MVTX. Let's see how MVTX is doing. This is how things have been going for us, guys, in MVTX, in this play. 192, right now it's at 33. That's what we're dealing with. But again, I see NVTX heading all the way upwards of the 90 to, what level is this? To even potentially, honestly, I'm going to be in $130 levels. I see it being a $90 stock to $130 level stock. I could see that happening sooner than later. Okay? But again, do I also anticipate it to sell off more? Because I also anticipate MVTS to sell off more all the way back down to this $7 level potentially. Yes, I do. And that's what I'm waiting for. Now, what we're getting right now as well is that the markets are very bipolar, okay? And the markets are still green. The problem is growth stocks are red, but markets are green. And we've rarely ever been in a situation where the markets start dipping and growth stocks return. Rarely as in never, right? So I am saving my funds for a bigger dip than we are experiencing right now, right? So that's why I'm cautiously waiting and I'm not just averaging in, okay? So this is the number one problem that a lot of people see, right? Is that they don't know when to average down. And the moment they see some red, they average down. That's not how things work, my friends. That is not how things work, okay? You need to remember it, right? The markets don't care about how much red you're seeing. The markets care about exact support and resistance level. And support and resistance levels are dependent on why the stock is actually falling, okay? Not based on just, oh, well, this is a level and that is a level. No. Because let me tell you something. Let's say we have this. Look, you would think that the stock has a strong level at this $12.50 level, right? Or even maybe this $10 level, you would say. Okay? Very strong level, $10. Then the company comes out with dilution and look, destroyed, as if it doesn't even exist. It burned through that level like butter. So that's why it's important to actually understand the catalyst as to why a ticker is running and not just go ahead and say, okay, well, let's go to level here, let's go to level there, let's go to level. It doesn't just work like that, right? Things don't work like that, right? And depending on the strength of a catalyst, we can anticipate whether or not it's going to go head to head with the strength of the support level or resistance level and whether or not it's going to be able to shatter those levels or not shatter those levels. Another example would be, let's say a company is, it's got a strong level at this level, okay? Let's say a stock has a strong level at $100, okay? $100, previous highs, it's never gotten above that level. $100, it has double top there previously. $100 is a strong level. Right now, the stock is trading at $82, okay? Approximately a 15% move from this $100 level. Then the company comes out and says, hey everyone, we have cured cancer. Which cancer? All of them. Do you think that the stock is going to go up to the $100 level and go, no, I'm not going to break a $100 level? Or is it going to go bang, shatter above the $100 level as if it never even existed? Likely the latter, right? Likely the latter, right? Likely it's going to just go right past it as if it never even existed there because the catalyst is so strong. So that's why it's important for us to know why the stock is moving first before we start, giving it levels for us to watch out for. That's that. Now, listen, if you guys want to trade alongside me every single day, okay, and lose money alongside me every single day like we did with MVTX, I'm joking, right? Obviously, losing is part of the game, right? And I always tell people, I say, I have about an 80% win rate. If you go on the website, it's audited, it's there, right? All my wins are there, all my losses are tracked and there and everything like that. And what you will see, what you realize is that, with an 80% win rate, that means I have a 20% lose rate, okay? With a 20% lose rate, there are 250 trading days in a year. There's 252. Let's just lower it to 250. Okay? 250 trading days in a year. Now, 250 trading days, 20% lose rate. What does that equate to? What does that equate to? That equates to 200. That equates to 50 days that I'm losing money. 50 days. 50 days, I say it's going to go up, it goes down. 50 days, I say it's going to go down, it goes up. And I'm wrong. That's still with the 80% worried I'm losing 50 days in a year. 50 days, you put that in a week, you put that in weeks term, that's 10 weeks. That's 10 trading weeks that I'm losing money. 10 trading weeks I'm losing money. So many of you guys think of trading and profitable trading as perfection. But I'm here to tell you, nobody is perfect. Anybody that comes out here and tells you they're perfect, they're full of shit. That's it. They're fucking liars. They're fucking scammers. They're fucking pieces of shit. They're lying. And I'll tell you why that upsets me. Because it sets unrealistic expectations for you who is a beginner trader. For you to think that there are people that only ever win and they never lose, and for you to think that success means never losing, all that does is it sets you up for failure. It sets you up for giving up. It sets you up for quitting. Because now you're aiming for something that is impossible to achieve, which is perfection. Nobody is perfect. Nobody. I promise you. That's it. Now, listen, if you guys want to trade alongside us, check out our community. Right now, our private community, which will give you access to our day trade alerts, swing alerts, option alerts, lessons, one-on-one access, Q&A, dividend stock growth portfolios, crypto alerts for small cap and large caps, everything like that, is right now on a 50% sale for the next 10 members that join, part of our Black Friday sale now, okay? Give it a shot. Let me show you what it looks like. We give you every single piece of detail that you need, okay? So we have, as you guys can see, day trade alerts. If you look on the left-hand side, day trade alerts, swing alerts, option alerts, trading floor, crypto alerts, swing, dividend stocks, Q&A section, you name it, we got it, okay? And this is what our alerts look like. We give it a ticker, we give it an entry, we give it an exit, we give it a stop loss. We also tell you how many shares to buy in your portfolio. In your portfolio. That's right. How do we do so? Well, we share the sizing in a 10K account. We use $10,000 as a benchmark. So let's say you have a 30K account, you buy 3 times this amount. Let's say you have a 50K account, you buy 5 times this amount. Let's say you have a 5K account, you buy half this amount. Simple and easy. We give you everything. Now this alert, right? It's funny because I kind of pussied out a little bit. I was like, close a third of your position at 6.8, right? But then the rest of it actually ended up hitting at our 7.6 entry. And, over here, if you read this paragraph I wrote, I explain exactly why it's important to actually have dynamic position sizing when it comes to trading and not just use the same share size every single day. Now, we already have over 400 members paying full price, coming back month after month. Why are they coming back? Because they're making money, okay? Wilson, previously, we used to do a 7-day free trial. Wilson says, "Hi, Sam, thank you for our work on our community. My 7 days trial finish was great. I thank you for the membership." He brought in $7,000 in 7 days. Do you think it's coming back? I think it's coming back. Okay? I think it's coming back. So, and now we no longer do a 7-day free trial. Now we do a 2 weeks free trial and a 30 days money back guarantee. 2 weeks free trial, 30 days money back guarantee. Okay? So we've been crushing it. We've been absolutely crushing it. So give it a shot, guys. See if you make money. My man says still a long way to go recover my 37K loss, but this is a good start to change the strategy to always take profits, even if it's just 10%. This strategy in this Discord humbled me. Thank you, Sam, for this Discord. I appreciate you, my man. I appreciate you. Lily didn't kill yourself says, I know you hate Robin and Sam, but first day trading here, more than impressed. Thank you so much for all you do and excited to go through the teaching materials. 36% past. Perfect. My man Mark says 1,100 profits from LK. I cannot pay off a third of my beautiful car. Thank you, Bullpig, for helping me recover my previous big loss. $66,000. Beautiful. We've been crushing it, man. We've been crushing it day in, day out. This is the last one I'm going to read, okay? I promise. But this is my favorite, okay? I love this one. Granite Slayer says, a couple years ago, I was down in the trenches, absolutely beyond fucked, made every single mistake you can name and wouldn't learn from it. Lost way more than I could afford and was so close to giving up. Decided to give it one last chance to find mentors. Now I'm almost back to the green with the help of Sam and everyone else. Words can't describe it, Sam, but Sam, you helped me way more than you could know. Thank you so much on all those shot callers. The Robin account is my own doing. Really don't know what the fuck I was doing. The Moonway account I started when joining the server. Truly a lifesaver. So this himself. There's him with us. Wonderful, man. Wonderful. God bless. I'm so proud, man. I honestly, I know I keep saying it, but I'm truly proud of what we've built here. And when I first started this, I just wanted money. Okay, I just wanted more money. That's it. I was like, okay, if I get this many members, I'm not many. But at this point, where I am right now, God bless, knock on wood, right? The money's great, but the money's been great, right? It's been great for a very long time now. So, and the way things work, things just they lose their value, you know, the more you have them. And these days, all that drives me is helping people, you know, get out of the hole that they've gotten themselves into. And I always tell people, I say, listen, if you're stuck in a hole right now, if you're in a losing position, you need to understand that you're not going to get yourself out just as fast as you got yourself in, right? And that right now, if you're seeing red, you're truly in quicksand. And what happens in quicksand when you try to move fast? You sink lower, right? So you need to stop, look at your position, go, okay, well, what can help me? What can't help me? Let me take action on this. I'll take action on that, and then, you know, strategize and execute rather than just panic and move here and move there and go all in on this trade and go all in on that trade. So, anyways, give it a shot, guys. 2 weeks free trial, 30 days money back guarantee. Next time members 50% discounts. Black Friday sale. I wish you guys the best of luck. Remember, my friends, don't give up, don't quit. Why? Because 90% of traders are not unprofitable. 90% of traders just quit before they become profitable. I believe in you. Believe in yourself. Your boy Sam from Profit Academy.